Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth. It's good to have you. Please consider subscribing and turning on your post notification bell if you are a crafter or just enjoy crafting videos. My goal at the moment is to have 2,000 of you lovely people subscribe to my channel. So please help me to achieve my goal so I can continue to bring you more crafting videos. Today I'm going to be showing you how I apply HTV, that's heat transfer vinyl, onto a tumbler. This is quite a lovely technique because you can layer your HTV and get some really nice effects. And if you would like to see how I do this, stay tuned. Hi, I'm in Cricut Design Space and I'm going to set up my file. So I will be going into my text option here on the left panel. And I'm going to be using the Personalised script, which I got from Creative Fabrica. I really like this, this font. I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to start off by typing out the name. However, with the Personalised script, you get extra glyphs. So I think I want to change my K and my A to just give it a little pizzazz. So for that, I need to go into my font book. So here you can see in my font book that there are many different types of the text, Personalised. So I'm going to select this K here and I'm going to copy it and paste it onto my mat. So copy, I go back to my mat and I'm going to get rid of that and just paste it. So we have the K, and then I'm also going to change the A. I'm looking for an A that I like. And I like this A, so I'm going to also copy that. Go back to my mat. And paste that there. So I now have my text here. I'm going to weld this because I'm not quite sure if it's going to cut this into pieces. I suspect that it will. And now I need to change the size. So for my, I'm going to take the aspect ratio. I'm going to leave the aspect ratio on and let's see if I like the height and the size. So for my width, I want it to be 5 inches. Yeah, I'm going to increase my height just ever so slightly to 1.7. And I think I am happy with that size. So now I have my name here. Just so that you can see, I'm going to show you the colors as I will be having it on my tumbler. So here is Karina in pink and I need to give it an offset, and this offset would be the other HTV accent, which will be in gold, and I'm going to try 0.06 and just see how that looks. Okay, so that looks quite nice, I think, for an offset. Let's have that in a goldish kind of color because that's going to be the colors that I will be using for my HTV. Not that it really matters. So I have my gold accent here, and now I'm going to offset that gold accent, and this will be my HTV anything. So I'm going to make that offset 0.04 we don't want it to be too wide, and apply. So I have my main HTV here in the pink, and then I have my offset of gold, and then the black outline you can see will be my HTV anything. So if I separate them, you will be able to see it a lot clearer. So here we go. So black one, HTV anything, and the gold one, gold HTV, and the pink HTV. I can see here with my HTV anything, I have some gaps here that are not necessary. I don't think that needs to be cut out, so let's contour it. So I'm just going to click on these two bits, and that should be fine. So now I've removed it, because it would have been tiny little slices that don't need to be cut out. So I think I am happy with this and the size. To make things easier for myself, I'm just going to make this and these two the same color. So let's just make that also pink, so it puts it on the one mat. Okay, and now I am ready to make it. So here with my HTV anything, we do not need to mirror that, so I'm going to leave the mirror off. However, for my HTV, I want that mirrored. And I'm just going to set this up so that I can use the different colors. So it's going to cut out the pink one first, which is a thinner one, and I'm going to put my one that's going to be gold. I'm just going to put it here so I can measure out my HTV and place that on the same mat. And then we're going to continue. So the first material I'm going to cut is my HTV anything, and I have a setting already preset here in my favorites from the rhinestone world. They tell you how to cut this material on your Cricut. They tell you what setting. I'm using the Cricut Maker, so that's already done. So I'm just going to click that, and remember this HTV anything is not mirrored, so that is the first thing I'm going to cut. So I'm just going to load the mat. So I have my HTV anything here, and you can see there's a super glossy side and a frosted side. You want the super shiny side facing up, so I'm just going to put that on my mat. Okay, so here it is on my mat, and I'm just going to put that in to cut. So it's finished cutting on the Cricut. I just need to check to see if it's cut all the way through. So I'm just using my my weeding tool here just to check to see if it's cut before I unload the mat. So I'm just going to pick a corner here and have a little look. Doesn't seem like it's cut all the way through, so I'm going to leave it on the mat and press cut again. Okay, so I've just checked, it has now cut all the way through, so I'm going to unload my mat. Take this one off and put my HTV now So here it is. You probably can't see what it's done, but it is there. It has cut out the HTV anything. So I'm just going to load my HTV now onto the mat. So I'm going to put my pink one first. Shiny side down. So I've put my shiny side of my HTV down. And then I also have this gold coloured one. So we have a matte type of side and a shiny glossy side, and that has to go down also. Shiny sides down, and it is mirrored, so I'm going to cut it mirrored. So my mat is loaded with my HTV, shiny side facing down on the mat, and I am cutting this on the iron-on setting. So I'm just going to load my mat and cut. So now that's cut, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to unload the mat. I'm just going to check to see if it has cut all the way through. So I'm just picking a little corner from the side, just pulling it back just to check if it has cut all the way through. It has. So that one's cut all the way through. Lovely. So I'm just going to check this pink one, because these are different makes of HTV. So my pink one is Caesar Easy Read, and my gold one is from a company called YOLO, and it's the sticky something or another. I'll link everything anyway in the description. So those have both cut through, so I can now unload my mat. And we are finished with the Cricut. So you might be able to just make out that it is cut there. So time to put my Cricut away and get ready for the next step. Okay, so I have my tumbler here, and I'm using this black one, but before I start weeding, I just want to just give it a little clean with some alcohol here to get off any kind of grime or any grease that might be on there. So a little bit of alcohol on a paper towel, clean it, it gets off any dust as well at the same time, and then I'm just going to leave that there to evaporate. Right, now I'm going to start weeding. So I'm going to weed my HTV anything, and then weed the HTV. They are all weeded now, and I'm just going to get ready to press them now. So be right back. Okay, so I have my heat press here, which this is from Amazon. If you've seen any of my videos, you'd know that I don't really recommend this, but for small projects like this, where I can't use my Cricut mini press, I use this. I also have the Walla press from Heat Transfer Warehouse, which was sent to me by Eve from the Baby's Booty, but that is a bigger one, and I need a transformer because of the different currents that are used in the US and the UK. So that's a much bigger press, and I use that for bigger projects. So I'm just going to use this since it's just such a small project. And I have preheated my press now. It's supposed to be at 150, but the heat fluctuates. It's around about 152. I used a what do you call it? A thermal reader. So I use this to test it. So we can test it again actually. So this is actually, so my heat press is saying it's at 150, but as you can see here on the heat gun, it says 163 degrees Celsius. It's supposed to be 150, but it just, different spots give different readings. So I'm just going to leave it as that. So I'm going to, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my, this is Flex Cut Sticky from YOLO website, and I'm just going to layer that onto my HTV anything. And what I do is I have my my HTV with the wrong side facing up, so where it looks like it's backwards, I have that down, and then I put my HTV anything, because I find that it's easier to line up. I put that on top because it's clear. It's a lot more tricky to line it up, and I find that it's easier if I do it this way. So let me see if I can get it in shot. So I basically do this. So I have placed my HTV on top of the HTV anything, and I'm just going to press this maybe for just about 4 seconds, just to adhere it slightly. I don't want to do a full press because I've got another layer of HTV to go on top. So I'm just going to press this for, yeah, about 4 seconds. I'm going to put a Teflon sheet on top and just press that for about 4 seconds. It's super hot, so I need to be careful. I don't have my gloves, which will make it a lot more tricky to kind of remove things. So I am going to just remove this carrier sheet for my HTV. Okay, so I've removed the carrier sheet, and now I'm going to place my pink layer on top of that. Okay, so we have this now, and I think that looks quite nice. And I'm now going to press this for about 15 seconds, because the Caesar Easy Read, you're supposed to press it for 15 seconds. So I'm just going to press that for maybe 15 to 16 seconds. Again, it is super, super, super hot. I'm just going to let it cool slightly so I don't burn myself. So it's cooled slightly, so now I'm going to remove the carrier sheet for the pink HTV. So I'm going to give that another press just to adhere it even more, and I'm going to put my Teflon sheet on top of it. So that is now pressed on, and it's basically now a sticker. So I'm now going to attach this to the tumbler. Okay, so I have my tumbler now on a something to help it stop rolling, and I have some grease-proof paper here to help me with my placement. So now this is essentially a sticker, and I can remove it from the backing. I'm going to place it on my greaseproof paper so I can line it really well to make sure it is straight. And then attach that to my tumbler. Okay, so that is the finished look, and I think it turned out really pretty. So I hope Karina likes her tumbler. This is for you, Karina. So, if you found this video interesting or useful, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and turn on your post notification bell and make sure you check all so you never miss an upload from me. Please feel free to interact with the comment section by leaving any comments, questions, or any suggestions about any videos that I should do in the comment section below. You're also welcome to join our Facebook group. It's Craft Junkie Studio, and I will leave the link in the description box below. And as always, don't have a good day, have an amazing day. Till next time, bye.